Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Hello, hello. Y'all know what time it is. I love Grizzy. And this one should not disappoint. Is everybody ready? I hope you are, because I'm just gonna press play.
I love Carol Danvers so much. She reminds me of so independent. She's reluctant to join in a team, but then you find out all these things in this movie, like she has a romantic past and all of these things. I adore her.
Well, maybe not as romantic as it was intended to be.
She has a romantic past. Does everybody know about this one? Hold on, back that a little bit. Disney reportedly cut Captain Marvel lesbian romance from the Marvels. Did anybody hear about that?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
I think we reviewed it last week.
Yeah. And yeah, let's celebrate. Oh, she has a romantic. If you know anything about that relationship with King of the Singing Planet, I believe that was strictly done for political reason. Like, she married him so he wouldn't have to go into an arranged marriage. So yeah, there's nothing heartfelt, lovey-dovey, or romantic about their marriage. It was marriage in name only kind of thing. So, dumbass.
It was intended to be.
Trust me, it gets better.
I 100% believe they saw that episode of South Park and pulled the line from the movie. 100%. Anyway, despite knowing weeks after release that the Marvels is the biggest.
Wait. Wasn't the Marvels made before the South Park episode? It just kept being delayed. And
the South, yeah.
You know what? I know this might make me sound like a terrible person, but just this picture alone gives you like all you need to know about the Marvels. I feel like they're trying to imbue, they're trying to this is the word I'm looking for, exude like women power or whatever the hell. Like, this picture just, it feels like that's what they're pushing for, like hardcore with that.
Diversity wham and shield, maybe.
Yeah, that.
And the worst part is, like, could the Marvels have been an entertaining story? Of course it could have.
And why is Valkyrie even in this scene? She was in the movie for one scene. Or is that not Valkyrie?
That's not Valkyrie. That's what's her name? Fucking Nia DaCosta, the director.
Who?
The director. The director who fucked off from everything and tried to distance herself from the whole thing because she had better things to do than be attached to the biggest Marvel box office bomb. This movie is not going to make $200 million worldwide.
No. It didn't even make its budget.
It's dead. No. 200 million. It's roughly $80 million domestic, $200 million worldwide. That's
it actually crossed the $200 million mark?
No. I'm sorry, $197 million worldwide. 197. Five Nights at Freddy's made more money, made more gross than the Marvels. Yeah. Sorry. We got to get to the good parts.
MCU history, the MCU shills are still defending it.
The Marvels is good.
Isn't that dude an actor?
Bad, right? It's not the best. It doesn't have to be.
I feel like I've seen him in shows before.
But it's like,
huh?
I feel like I've seen him in shows before. That dude at the bottom. I feel like he's been in something. I just don't know what.
Dude, I don't know. It wasn't that bad. No, it was terrible. It was bad. The pacing was bad. The writing was bad. The acting was bad. The CGI was bad. It was bad.
All bad.
It was all bad from beginning to end. The motivations were just, it wasn't that bad. You have to listen to how these people, how they cope, the excuses they make. And it wasn't that bad. No, it's okay to admit the movie is shit. It really is.
Not according to Twitter, because if you do that, then you're just a terrible person.
Well, I guess I'm a terrible fucking person.
Solidly good.
Solidly good, huh? And he tells us exactly how good.
Is it in my top 5? No. Top 10? Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe my
Just
ass.
maybe the worst performing MCU film of all time at the box office is a top 10 MCU movie.
You went full retard, man.
It's really, really, really not as bad as all these doom headlines.
It's really, 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 really not as bad. What? What does that even mean? Like, I'm like, really, what does that even mean?
Out to be, and I understand what everybody's doing. They're getting clicks, and a lot of people are riding this wave, especially the people who hate the so-called MCU, right?
Oh, fuck off.
We don't claim to hate it. We do hate it.
I'm a bad person because I do not like bad writing. I'm a bad person because I can't stand. I have a problem with Dollar General CGI. You got your CGI off of Wish. That's what it was. You know, they wanted Jurassic Park, but they got She-Hulk. Fucking hell.
It's amazing that there are still people out there that deny that the MCU exists. For God's sakes, even Chlamydia Burns Grace Randolph admits that the MCU is real.
Now, I'm sure you've heard the term MCU. It's being used by some fan communities. And yes, the term is extremely offensive.
It's
but it's
extremely
also
offensive.
becoming undeniably true.
How is it offensive?
And yet undeniably true. Well, if it's undeniably true, I don't know how it's offensive. People get
how? I want to know how it's offensive. If it's just it's a description of what Marvel's trying to or Disney's trying to do.
Because Grace says so, and you have to listen to her.
The fuck I do.
Because she's smart. I can't even say it. You have to listen to her. She's a
woman?
Don't ask. No, she's an influencer.
I mean,
yeah, okay. Don't ask questions. Just consume product and get excited for next product. That's all it's become.
Why is it offensive? It's exactly what they're doing, as you just said. God, more from Chlamydia here in a bit. Moving on. So this guy, this genius.
Okay, this is where, just a little spoiler, I wasn't planning on using this video. I try to use Grizzly's most recent videos. And then I got to this part and went, oh, fuck no. No. And I shut off. I stopped listening at 2 minutes because I wanted to experience the rest of this with everybody else because I love you all. And I want you to be tortured and tormented along with me. Love you. Ready?
No.
Steve, don't talk about bonus holes. Or maybe you should. Where was okay?
It's because you haven't found one in a while.
I got distracted. Moving on.
His defense is that everyone went into the Marvels with too high expectations, and that's why the movie didn't do.
See, that's what got me. I went, whoa, too high. Their expectations were too high. And my first thought is like, yeah, a lot of people's expectations was that the box office gross was going to be $400,000 to $600,000. Those were the high expectations that even the naysayers said that Marvel's is going to make probably, $400,000 to $600,000. That was the rough. I was figuring $450,000 to $550,000. I'm sure
you know that.
I'm sure I'm on record in one of my videos predicting it. Boy, never expected to be this bad, this wrong. But what?
Everybody, people say that that they expect more from the MCU because, well, look at the past prior to Endgame. They were not all of it was quality, but it was a lot more than what we have now.
Well, Ant-Man and the Wasp broke $500,000, so you got to figure. Well, the Marvels, that's got to be able to come somewhere in that range, but no, not even 200 million. Good Lord. Let's see. Okay. I want to hear what he says. I have not heard what he says yet. I stopped when Grizzy was talking. So let's go. Okay.
Do well.
We all have our different levels of expectations. And I think now, post Endgame primarily, everything Marvel has put out post Endgame has had these super high expectations,
totally,
no matter what.
What the fuck are you talking about? Who went to this movie with high expectations?
Post Endgame, people had super high expectations. The only expectations anybody had was they were expecting a good movie to be put in front of them. And we didn't get that. One movie after another.
That's too much to ask for. You know that.
It's too much to ask for. Oh, goodness gracious.
Who sat down to watch She-Hulk with high expectations?
Like, we're treating these movies like they have to be the gold standard. Like, if it's not a movie.
Yes, goddammit, it's coming from Disney. They have massive budgets. They have a team of writers that are supposed to be writing better shit than they've been delivering us for the past 3, 4, 5
studio.
years.
The whole thing is like they're supposed to be a cut above the rest.
Yes, please excuse me if I have higher expectations from fucking Disney.
You know what? I think I recognize. He was in that show on Adult Swim with the clown doctor.
I have.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, this is just some TikTok douchebag.
I think he looks. Hold on, I'm gonna fucking find the show.
Find the show.
Movie that's going to change my life. Marvel is.
What the fuck did he just say?
My life.
Hold up. What?
Like, we're treating these movies like they have to be the gold standard. Like, if it's not a movie that's going to change my life, Marvel is over. Marvel is dead.
I mean, pretty much.
These people exist. People what? If this movie doesn't change my life, it's dead. Are you fucking retard? Can I say that? Are we far enough in? Yeah, fuck them. What? In the actual... Oh, by the way, I'm monetizing the stream tonight, so let me know if y'all get any ads or anything like that. I'm just trying to see how this works. I'm curious to see how long we stay monetized. I want to see how long the green dollar sign stays up. I'm testing something out. But if y'all start getting ads, I'm shutting that shit off. Nobody wants ads during a fucking live stream. This isn't Twitch. Oh my God. Who the fuck goes to a movie? This movie's going to change my life. Oh my God. It's such a... Fuck off. I want to be entertained. I want to be interested. And we're going to get into this because Iman Vellani is a fucking gem that needs to be protected. Okay. This young lady needs to be protected at all costs. If she continues,
is that the one for who played Kamala?
That's Miss Marvel. That's Kamala Khan. Yes, I got that queued up as well because oh my God, who the fuck? Okay,
how dare they?
Nobody's saying that, and nobody has ever said that. Phases 1 through 3 had several movies that are not the gold standard or life changing.
It was okay.
Look, you got Sam Jackson in there. What else do you need?
A better writing. We need better writing, you asshole. What'd you say?
I said I enjoyed the Hulk. I am a Hulk fan, I will admit, but I still enjoyed it.
Belch.
Oh God. What else do you need? Good fucking...
we needed Nick Fury's character to be more consistent with what we saw in Secret Invasion.
You fucking idiot. We're at the end of... Not the end. We're like in the middle of phase 5 now.
No, we're not. We're at the very beginning.
You started 5?
What's that?
We're at the very fucking beginning of phase 5.
Yes.
It's like the second movie. It's like the second or third movie from phase 5. Was Guardians the first movie of phase 5 or...
I have no idea. I don't... Look, I've said this before. I do not consider... I don't consider any of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, regardless of who was in them and how interconnected they were to anything. I do not consider those movies to be part of the MCU, to be part of Disney's Marvel debauchery, because they were good. Because they were good, but they didn't seem to follow most of those storylines with Endgame and all that stuff. They were part of Endgame, but they were in Endgame. They were in the other movies. I can't... Wow, my brain's malfunctioning. What was the first one?
First one, what?
The 2-part Thanos movie.
Oh,
Infinity War.
Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, they were part of those movies, but I don't find it to be vice versa. There you go, Ark, trying to flirt with people, sucking your non-existent dick. Get yourself a Fieldo and make it existent. I'm gonna move on now.
We're in 5.
Wait,
Let's see.
I thought we were still in 4.
You have no clue what the hell's going on, and you're supposed to be reviewing this crap.
Jesus Christ. This channel is affiliated with the new rock stars. Eric Voss himself appears on this channel frequently. And these two idiots, the dude on the left and the dude on the right, don't even know what phase we're in.
Because they're retards.
But first, I want to acknowledge, as I said, that while some fans are rejoicing, some are devastated. And try to be mindful of that.
How about no?
It now has suffered the biggest second weekend
hold
drop
on.
ever
She
for
just
the
trying to tell
MCU.
us to be mindful of people who were sad the Marvels flopped. Did she literally just try and tell us to respect?
Oh, you're gonna have to make me. I don't know. Let's torture ourselves again with Grace Randolph's voice.
But first, I want to acknowledge that.
Hold on, shush. Let's listen, because I'll be honest with you. She started talking, I tuned out. I'm not gonna lie.
I said that while some fans are rejoicing, some are devastated. And try to be.
That's what she said. Some fans are devastated, and try to be mindful of that. No.
Be mindful of that.
How about no?
It now has suffered the biggest second weekend drop ever for the MCU at 78%. The damage that's being inflicted here.
Yes. What is so funny? You gonna share with the class?
78% drop week to week. Holy shit. We got to put this into perspective, okay? You have to understand. First and foremost, the opening box office, the opening weekend box office for the Marvels was abysmal. Okay? Mm-hmm. It was less than $50 million. Now, to top it off, the week-to-week drop in gross theatrical revenue dropped 78%. That is massive. Do you realize that? First of all, 78% is massive in and of itself. Okay? But when you have such a low opening weekend box office, 78% is even worse. To go from essentially $47 million to 10. That's what?
And they're just gonna say, "Oh, well, the reason why it failed is because yada yada yada, racist, sexist, or whatever."
All the cope, all the fucking cope. It's just. Okay.
Diverse storytelling is so sad.
And whose fault is that, Chlamydia? Is it Bob Iger's fault? Maybe the director's fault? No, it's Elon Musk's fault and him not banning mean people on Twitter. Take a listen.
And I have to say, for a while, we've debated as to whether or not Twitter really does indicate what's popular. And I think at this point, Elon Musk has driven enough regular people off of Twitter that it is no longer reliable as to what's popular.
You are not regular people. It's funny that she thinks herself as regular people. God, why'd you pause it on that face?
What? She's blaming. Oh my God. She's blaming Twitter.
She's blaming Elon Musk.
Holy Jesus. What's up, Axel? I'm going to get your name right tonight.
Are you?
Oh. I'm going to fuck it up. I'm sure I will. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Okay. Wow. Hold on. Let's just. There you go.
People off of Twitter that it is no longer reliable as to what's popular.
So what she's saying is that a more freedom of speech focused Twitter X is driving normal people off of the platform.
That's not
Think
normal.
about that. And all that freedom of speech impacted the Marvel's box office because there are so many people
Being mean to movies and bullying the people who do like them.
to the point that the Marvels is the worst performing MCU movie at the box office of all time. Sorry, I'm just not buying it. This movie sucks. Also,
go fuck yourself.
Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.
Absolutely. Have I liked this one yet? My crane. Yep. Get that like in. All right. Holy Jesus fucking Christ. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope y'all enjoyed that. Good
They
Lord.
lost a few brain
I
cells.
thought,
No.
like, how? How? What? How do you go so far? How do you go so far as to blame Twitter for a movie's failure? You know, in a way, I think she's correct because there's this thing called word of mouth. Had the Marvels been a good movie, word of mouth would have carried it to not a 78% drop off. Holy crap. Let's see. What have y'all? Oh, wow. Y'all been talking like a motherfucker tonight. Oh, shit. Let's see. Way back when I think Hollywood is fucking up superhero movies on purpose because it's been said Hollywood despises the superhero genre and franchise like Martin Scorsese. Fuck Martin Scorsese. He doesn't make stellar movies all the time anyway, I'm sure. Don't think it's superhero fatigue. I think it's a mix of a lot of things. Bad writing fatigue, superhero fatigue, genre fatigue. It happens. It doesn't help that the garbage that they're putting out, it's just garbage. Joshua, how you doing? Let's see. I think it's Hollywood in general. They're trying to get us to hate what we love. They can't. They can't get us to hate the things that we love.
They can make us hate the new stuff.
I hate the new shit. You know, there's people who hate the new Doctor Who and still absolutely love all the older stuff. Even the new seasons, all up until fucking what's her name, and the new two new specials, just because it's nonsensical writing, ideological things that do not seem to fit, in their opinion, do not fit in Doctor Who. It is what it is. Good stories prevail over anything and everything. If you have a good story with a message in it, then the good story is going to get people to watch it. They're going to get people to talk about it. But no, the only thing people are talking about the first Doctor Who special is pronouns, alien pronouns, and wheelchairs, and Davros not being in a half Dalek anymore. That's all people are talking about. They're not talking about the story. They're not talking about anything else. They're talking about pronouns.
Because that's all they know how to talk about. Well, at least the studios nowadays, it's all they know how to like bring up, and they can't. They rely on people like expecting them to clap and cheer, so long as you follow their.
Thank you for reminding me, Steve. I didn't want to remember her name.
What?
Oh, Ark, Axel, Joshua, Steve. Anybody else I missed? Mark. Everybody, all the people, all the lonely people. Where do they all be? I look at all the lovely people.
Sure you haven't had anything to drink yet?
I look at all the lovely people. I wish I could sing the rest of the verses. Eleanor Rigby. Anyway. No one was there.
You got it out of your system?
Lonely people. All right. But speaking of Iman Vellani, so we're going to jump right into this. No, Ark. Okay. So, Ark, thank you. Quit. Stop it. I actually thought about. I thought about just recording me singing, just to see how it came across. Like just a song that I know, a song that I enjoy singing, and just record it in a video.
So you mean a cover?
Not yes, a cover. Essentially, yeah, a cover. You know, like my gift is my song, and this one's for you from Mulan. You can tell everybody this is your song. I'm not okay. No, not gonna do it. Not doing that tonight. Maybe
Sure,
it's
you are.
quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. Mon Villani. Hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is. Now you're in the world. All right. We got to be on. Sat on the roof and I kicked off the moss. Stop it. I like the song, okay? I like the song. I like the version from Moulin Rouge. I love all the fucking songs in Moulin Rouge. Don't do a face wait. Hold on. Don't do a face reveal. I like you. I love you just the way you are. Enigmatic and mysterious that way, and I like it. Seeing you as a TV screen for a face. I like to joke. I have a face for radio and a voice for the silent film. I was actually thinking about that being my outro, being an outro, but I think I'm going to go with "May you live in interesting times, and may you always get exactly what you deserve." If you're familiar with Terry Pratchett's Discworld, then you understand the first thing that I said. There is a curse. It goes, "May you live in interesting times." That's a curse. Because in Discworld, interesting times is not a good thing. All the lonely people. So, Iman Vellani, this gem, this wonderful, wonderful individual. Some of her responses after the Marvels came out have been just fantastic. She's not attacking anyone. She's not attacking the fans. Ancient Chinese curse. She's not attacking anyone. She just came out and said, "I made a movie, I got paid to make a movie. I'm sorry you don't like it," kind of stuff. But Iman Vellani says Marvel needs to make audiences care about their characters again. How long have people been saying that? I mean, yeah. So while speaking to the direct, Iman Vellani said that Marvel needs to make, quote, "the audiences care about their characters." And we would love to. We would absolutely love to. What's up, Jason? We would love to care about these characters, but there was nothing in the Marvels that made me care about any of these characters. There was nothing in Wish that made me care about the main character.
You didn't care about the strong, independent black woman?
She's not black. She's brown. She's
whatever. You know damn well what I mean.
She was pointless. Her role in the movie made no sense. She starts off welcoming everybody to the town. Is she somebody important? No. She's interviewing for somebody like the king's second in command, but at the beginning of the movie, she's nothing. What is so important about her character that she's welcoming people, singing a song? Way too many songs in this fucking movie. Even for Disney, okay? For Disney. Just yeah, I don't know. Anyway, she says, I don't know. I don't know if it's just about, I don't know if it's about just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because then what's left, I think it's just about making the audience care about the characters, yes. And I think they've established so many wonderful characters in the last phase of the MCU that it would be nice to see them all again and see them team up. No, you should have stopped at, audiences need to care about the characters. But yeah, this one little thing, you are 100%.
So you didn't like the part that she doesn't want all the characters that have been introduced to be together?
Well, wanting to see them again and team up. No, I don't have a problem with new characters, but you have to develop them. You can't just plot them all in a movie and say, you have to care about these people. No, you have to give the audience a reason to care about them. Iron Man had his own movie. Okay? And we grew to care about his character. Thor had his own movie. Captain America had his own movie. And of course the Hulk. You watched a movie and you were given a reason to care about them. Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, they don't know how to do this anymore. They have absolutely no clue how to write a compelling hero's journey with a wonderful character arc, with an interesting setting. Well, I mean, they have the interesting setting. They just can't develop these characters to get people to care about them. And just, oh God, in Marvel Studios, Carol Danvers, blah blah blah. Oh, I don't care. Piss off. All the lonely people. Oh, anyway.
They can't expect people to care about these characters whenever all they're doing is just trying to shove certain ideologies down people's throat. And that's they're not developing the characters. They're literally just trying to like say, "Hey, love this character because of X, Y, and Z."
Because we say so. Because checkbox, checkbox, checkbox. I've said it before, and I will continue saying it. I don't care what sort of messaging you try to put in your movie, in your story, in your video game, in your music. Okay, in like not all aspects of entertainment, but a good bit of them. You know, punk rock has a message. Heavy metal sometimes has a message. Okay, grunge had a message. Star Wars had a message. All these different movies, video games, all the stuff. There was some, again, not all, a good bit of them. There was something there to learn from, some sort of message somebody was trying to put out there. Even Doctor Who, even Star Trek The Next Generation. There was something there to get you to think about stuff. However, the story came first. The delivery is what they put first, not the message itself. And that is where modern entertainment is suffering. Because you didn't notice the messaging before because it wasn't so heavy-handed. It wasn't just the most important thing, you know. And yeah, that's where all this shit is suffering. It's truly unfortunate. Oh, the Disney method. The Disney method even more simple than that, Hoshi. The Disney method. You must care about this character because we put them on screen. Yes. What am I doing here? But hold on. What would happen if Sony or Fox owned Marvel? Well, Fox owned X-Men, and they had
some Fantastic Four,
and they had some hit or miss. They had a lot of hit or miss. So Sony owns the Spider-Verse, and there's a lot of hit or miss. So what would happen? You probably get same thing. You would get a lot of hit or miss. So you would get movies that a lot of people liked that didn't make a lot of money. You would get movies that people thought was shit, and they trolled them into re-releasing into the theaters that made even less money. So
that was Sony, right? Like
that was Sony. That was Morbius.
Yeah, Morbius.
The vampire. So it's. I don't think good storytelling and bad storytelling and piss poor ideological nonsense pushed to the forefront. I don't think it's specific to any studio because they're all fucking up. They're all screwing up in one way, shape, or form. I'm not sure if Warner Brothers is pulling their head out of their ass first or not. Remains to be seen, I think.
I mean, they made. I think did the Suicide Squad make its money back?
I have no idea. Never watched it.
I liked it a hell of a lot more than the first one, but
yeah. That's everything I've heard. The Suicide Squad was better than Suicide Squad.
I don't care if people didn't like it. Like, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I really, really liked it.
You think you're going to hear me? You just like what you like. I just talk about legitimate numbers.
I didn't say a damn thing about you. I was saying people.
Oh, the Marvels was fantastic. It was great. The box office numbers say otherwise. Okay.
Well, I think that's what they would say about the Suicide Squad too. I think Jason didn't like it either, but
yeah, everything.
yeah. From what I've been told, yeah. But I really enjoyed. I know he said he enjoyed the first one more than the second one, but I'm the opposite. I really enjoyed.
Fuck.
I could be wrong. It could not have been Jason, but I don't know. There you go. Yeah, he said he admits it in the chat. He didn't like the second one. Was it the first? Was it you who said you liked the first one more than the second one, Jason? I can't remember if I'm remembering the right person or not.
Outlaws for Life, Rockstar North. What the hell? What in God's name did y'all put in my Discord? Holy shit. Are these the only... Like, there's nothing but vagina. No, I mean... Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but good Lord. Wow. That's Okay. You're torturing me. It's okay. Ah, anyway. No, I don't think they're ever gonna get. They're gonna. I don't see that happening. Like ever. Warner Brothers versus Disney. There, it's not like Marvel and DC where they understand that they can make money with any sort of crossover. The studios, I just don't see it happening. That would be because they would have to share the box office. It wouldn't be like 25%.
The comics have been done well.
Yeah, again, the comics were done well at that time, how many years ago? And you think either one of those studios could cobble together an interesting storyline because they're not going to go off
in the original comics. I think the very first crossover between Marvel and DC, it was a vote. Like they put they once a week or once a month, whatever. I wasn't around for that. At least I don't think I was around for it. I think it was before I was born. There was either once a week or once a month. They would do a vote. Like they say, hey, this character's going to fight this character. Who's going to win? And the fans would vote on it. And that's who the winner would be. Like I think Superman versus Hulk. Superman won that because the fans voted for it. I think Cap and Batman fought, and then the fans voted for Cap to win. I think.
I thought that went down to a standstill.
It may have been a draw. It may have been a draw. I don't remember all of them. Storm and Wonder Woman fought, I think.
I would say I would say Storm would win that
fight.
Fuck
no. Hell fucking no.
What?
Look, Storm is powerful. Don't get me wrong. Storm is very powerful. But you have to understand, Wonder Woman tags up with Superman and casually flings planets around. Storm is a planet buster, sort of. Kind of. But she can control solar winds. But Wonder Woman can move so fast that it's billions of times faster than light, and she is so much stronger than Storm. Storm power, dude, you have no fucking idea how much stronger Wonder Woman. Like she could just blitz Storm, and just before Storm even really realized it, she would be dead.
I would think tuna and patchouli. That's what that picture smells like. Tuna and patchouli.
Wonder Woman is, it changes per story, but she is like the daughter of Zeus. Now that's the newer versions have her being the child of gods, but like the older versions were that she was just blessed by the gods. Like she was given the bracelets, the lasso, the other stuff. Like it changes, but her strength alone, like. Yeah, and her durability, there's nothing. She withstands punches from Superman and Darkseid and all these planet busters. Storm isn't going to hurt her.
Okay.
Like, nothing against Storm. Storm's one of my favorite X-Men, but she gets clapped by
them cheeks.
Yeah, pretty much. By Wonder Woman. She's not winning that fight. The best she can do, and this is one of her few powers that not many people know of, is if she could somehow, before Wonder Woman got to her, which I don't know how she would, she could create an electrical storm inside of Wonder Woman's head and maybe fry her brain. That's one of her powers, by the way. She can cause storms inside your head and cause the electricity to overflow and basically just lobotomize you with lightning inside your own head.
Deadpool 3 is a Disney flick. It's not Fox. But Disney.
There was a feat of speed that Wonder Woman pulled off one time where she was fighting this guy. I can't remember his name. She shattered him into star pieces. His pieces, by the way, he had there's a couple hundred pieces, flew to every corner of the universe, not the galaxy, the universe, within seconds. And within seconds prior, they flew back to her to try and collide into her, and she blocked every single one of them from every direction at that speed. That is retardedly fast. That is so fast. People cannot even comprehend how fast that is. You can use the math and you can see the numbers, but you physically cannot comprehend how fast that is.
The joke about patchouli is that it smells like weed. And hippie beatnik.
To be fair, Hunty, technically, depending on which version of Godzilla you are using, Godzilla is also a planet buster, and if it's Ultimate Godzilla, he is a universe buster, technically.
Wait. Godzilla beat Superman in the comic? Are you shitting me?
He didn't beat him. There was a standstill.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And also, you got to remember, it's the writers, like, who are doing this stuff.
Yeah, shit writers.
I mean, Godzilla was able to match strength with Thor, and because Godzilla was in the Marvel comics,
Batman cheated. The Batman versus Captain America.
What about it?
Ultimately, Captain America got distracted, off balance or something, and Batman took advantage of it.
That sounds about right, but it all really depends on that. That was all based on voting, by the way. That wasn't actually like they're never going to give us a definitive answer of who's going to win in a fight. Yada yada yada. That's why, like, whenever you look at power stacks, like theoretically, the Hulk should beat Thor every time, but the writers like to make it to where you're like, okay, well, this person he's gonna be stronger during this comic, but there are other times you're like, this person's gonna be stronger than the other time. It's all depending on who the writer is, and like I said, Godzilla is casually already a planet buster because Godzilla survived a black hole. He tanked a planet destroying asteroid to the chest and was fine, didn't take any damage. But then you have other say examples of Godzilla like getting hit by an atom or an oxygen destroying bomb and it kills him. But it varies. Godzilla's level of power varies. It's just whatever the media that he's in, that's whatever the writing they determine how strong he is. So take that with a grain of salt as you will.
Can Superman easily kill Batman?
Absolutely.
Please, no. There's so much nuance in that question, in the answer to that question.
No. There is no fucking nuance.
Yes, it depends. It all depends.
If you really wanted Batman dead, he doesn't even have to fucking fight Batman.
If Batman ever wanted Superman dead,
no. Power set wise, look, man. Batman is just.
Okay, here's the question: What are the parameters of this fight? Does Batman know that Superman wants to kill him? Does Superman know that Batman wants to kill him? How prepared is Batman? Always. The answer is always. Batman is always prepared.
Batman would not be able to stop Superman from destroying the planet. He could just fucking throw the Earth into the sun, and there'd be nothing Batman could do about it.
But he's not going. But we're going to base this off what the character would and would not do, and Superman would not do that just to get rid of one person. We already know that.
Yes, we would, because we have the Injustice series.
We are not talking about the Injustice series. We're talking about Superman. We're talking about good guy Superman. Also, Joshua, I wouldn't call it pink. We are going to talk about that, the Godzilla X Superman. But there's one more little thing before we leave the GTA titties behind. Oh no, we never started talking about GTA titties.
We never did.
And the nonsense behind that, all that stuff. So Transzilla, no. So I guess we'll talk about this real quick before we get into GTA. Did you watch the Godzilla X Kong trailer?
Yeah, I did.
And you saw Godzilla's new color, right?
Yes.
Now, what was your first thought?
That he went into a hibernation sleep like he does every time in between battles and was just building up radiation. He changed it. Really, that's something he does classically. I mean, Shin Godzilla had purple frills. It has nothing.
There we go. That's it. That's all I wanted to hear. Shin Godzilla. That's the first thing and the only thing I thought of. I thought it was a bit of a light purple instead of a dark. Everyone's calling it pink. I'm not sure. My number one problem.
I know Superman would not kill the entire planet just to kill Batman, but he could if he wanted to.
I think Legendary is just copying off of Shin Godzilla's colors. I think that's
I mean,
that's all it
but
is.
also there's also like, I mean, Godzilla's blue light has always come from Chernkov's radiation, which is the light whenever like radiation hits water and it glows.
Mhm.
That's basically what that is. It's just probably them like how. So there's burning Godzilla, right? From Godzilla versus or Godzilla King of the Monsters.
King of Monsters, yep.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
just another power level of Godzilla.
which is a copy off of Toho's Godzilla. So I don't see this as anything different. They're copying the colors off of Toho's.
I don't think it has
version of
anything to
Godzilla.
do with the trans community or the colors or
Oh,
any
people are
of
gonna
that.
jump all. People are gonna jump all over that fucking shit, left, right, and center.
It-
Oh my god, Godzilla's trans. They're gonna latch onto it. Like I'm sure the Mary fucking Sue. God, I hate even thinking about that. Oh, fucking dumpster fire of a website. Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, my first thought, the thing I don't like that I didn't care for is how nimble and agile they're making Godzilla look when he's running with King Kong. It's like you're breaking away from the
he was pretty
previous-
fucking fast in the last movie. He was tearing up Kong
the
in the
way
last
the way he's running outside of the water. I don't know.
Hey,
I just-
look. Again, Shin Godzilla, he evolves.
Mhm.
Godzilla is constantly evolving because of radiation. He
Yeah,
could have
but
been
Rappy and his mass allowing him to move so swiftly.
well, he looks a lot thinner than he's been because I don't know if I told you this. I told Jason this that me and my girlfriend have been. She got interested. I went and saw the Godzilla -1 movie. She asked about it, and I started.
Which, if
telling
you
her
have
about
not if you have not watched Godzilla -1, go do that now. It's not going to be in theaters out here for much longer. Go watch it. Go watch it. It's well worth the price of admission. It's a fucking fantastic story. Go watch
it's
it.
a great movie.
Like,
We'll get
let
to
me put
that,
it this
we'll get
way:
to that later.
the most we're going to talk about Godzilla -1 is the human story is fantastic. The Godzilla part of it is fantastic. It's a great story, great hero's journey, wonderful thing. Will not spoil it for you. What is up, Pally Dan? I want to get you on here one day to talk about comics. Oh, Godzilla. Like when I first watched Godzilla -1, I was kind of like, man, well, I mean, it's okay. But now it's a fucking 5 days. The more I talk about it, the more I think about it, the more I realize like, no, that was a fucking great movie. That was fantastic. So yeah, anyway, I have no desire. See, that's the difference. When you got the Marvels or Wish, I'm going to spoil that motherfucker all left, right, and center because they were terrible movies. Godzilla -1, no, I'm not going to spoil it. I think that should be experienced in the theater. Go buy a ticket. Go pay price of admission. Watch this in a theater. In IMAX if you can. Find the biggest goddamn screen you can and just watch this movie. We're not talking about lizards. We're talking about God fucking Zilla. Anyway. Sorry.
Anyway.
Yes, anyway.
As I was saying, we've been rewatching. So I started talking to her about Godzilla. She got a little interested in it. So we've been rewatching the MonsterVerse. We were supposed to watch the King of the Monsters today, but we didn't get around to it because she got distracted and I got distracted. Huh?
What? Nothing. Chat heard me.
Anyway, no. While I was on the stream with Jason, she doesn't like to sit down and watch TV a lot. She started watching the Vikings while I was up here streaming with Jason earlier, and then she just got out of TV mode, and so we just eventually just came up here and started playing video games because she wanted off of TV time and wanted to do something like interactive. But anyway, so we started watching the MonsterVerse. We finished Kong. Then we watched Godzilla. I know the Godzilla came out first, but she said she wanted to watch it in chronological order and not release order. But Godzilla has been evolved. Like he was slow and lumbering in the first Godzilla movie, but he's been getting faster and faster each movie because he's been evolving. He's been adapting because that's what he does as an apex predator who is also exposed to radiation, to the constant rising threats of other alpha titans like Kong, Ghidorah. Like Ghidorah, he didn't have to be really fast with it, but he had to be more nimble, I guess. Speed and agility are, I find, two different things. Like the ability to react, because Ghidorah had 3 heads, and then he fought Kong, who was a lot faster than him and a lot more agile. So Godzilla had to adapt to that.
All I said was that it kind of bothered me. I didn't say I was gonna not watch the movie.
I see we're gonna watch
More than likely, I'm gonna watch it and thoroughly enjoy it because I'm a big fucking kid.
I'm just
Okay.
telling you that Godzilla.
No, I'm talking about the chat. Hunty and Sanguine are attacking me. I feel so that y'all are
like I'm
attacking
pretty
me.
sure that's what that giant cocoon Godzilla was for him to morph like how Mothra does.
Yeah. Seen gators go lumbering so too fast and it fucks.
Hunty, we live in Louisiana. We see that all the time.
Bullshit. I stay away from gators. Fuck you. I stay away from them motherfuckers. Lizards can be fast or slow depending. Okay. I might have to refresh in a minute. Lizards can be fast or slow depending on the species. Yes, I know. I'm just talking about this Godzilla based on what we've seen in previous movies. That's all I'm talking about. I'm still going to watch the movie because I'm a big kid and I don't have a choice because Mini-Me wants to see it. He's very excited to see it. And I saw somebody's post that if this movie brings more people into the world of the kaiju, into kaiju movies, and gets them to go after other kaiju movies and watch them, it's a win-win. You know, just like Seth Rogen's Abomination that was Mutant Mayhem. If it brings more fans into Turtledom, hey, I'm all for it. I'm all in favor of it. So before I share this video, I'm going to go ahead and refresh. So I will be back in uno momento. Do, 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 do. It's not pink. It's purple.
It doesn't matter. Godzilla's color has changed throughout the years. But I think I like the color because I don't know if it's the like the frills, like kind of, I like the color, like the way it mixed with his gray skin. It kind of just, it looks cool. In it, I mean, there are plenty of toys out there, like old Toho Godzillas that have purple frills on his back. Like, that's nothing new. I'm pretty sure I can find, if I Google it, I can find a
Let's
Godzilla.
see. Image in new tab. So that's not a good picture. Let me see if I can find a good. Look at all the lovely people. And let's see. Godzilla X.
Boom! Already found it.
What you found?
An old Toho toy. Godzilla 1999 with the purple frills.
1999.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to share my screen.
I was going to show up Shin Godzilla.
There you go. Like the
Okay, so
the purple fins are nothing new.
Yeah. So you need to learn how to open the. So here we have Shin Godzilla. And let's see. So we got that. Let's remove that. God damn it. Okay, stop sharing. And here we have the other Godzilla. So they're relatively similar. Shin Godzilla is only slightly darker than this one.
But yeah, Godzilla's color has changed many a times. Like, it's nothing new. He's gone from blue to gray to red to purple.
Answer your question? No. They have already confirmed that it's already been mentioned that he's more likely going to be from a multiverse, mostly because of like his costume. So yeah.
No, I said I like the colored contrast of his fins. I do like the color because, like I said, it does also remind me of Shin Godzilla, but also like I always thought the purple fins look cool, but it also kind of makes me think more of Space Godzilla than it does regular Godzilla, the purple color on him or the pink color. And yes, Space Godzilla is a thing. There's a copy of Godzilla in space. and he has more gem-like fins than he does.
Y'all are gonna love this one.
What is this? What are you subjecting these poor
Newsmax. So, Godzilla. I am looking forward to Godzilla X Kong. I'm interested in seeing, what they do with the story, how they handle the story, and what the just yeah. Why does Godzilla's color change? You have to. I don't know.
Radiation.
It's just the different radiation because, like you said he's gone from
or
blue.
The more powerful he gets,
So the Flame Godzilla.
Treat it like Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z. You got basic Godzilla where he's got really no color. Then whenever he powers up to do atomic breath, it's like, I don't know, Super Saiyan 1, red, which is burning Godzilla, like Super Saiyan 2, and then possibly pink or purple Super Saiyan 3. It's just levels of power and how much radiation he's got pumping through his body at any given moment.
And if you ever have any sort of question as to why on earth does Godzilla look like this, that can't be Godzilla. Just go look at the different mutations and changes that Shin Godzilla goes through, and you'll probably never complain about Legendary Godzilla again.
Watch Shin Godzilla. It's a good, for people who haven't seen it, it's a good movie.
It is bizarre. Like, just, he does what? And at the end, these humanoid mutant things come out of his body. Like, what? Huh? Yeah, that's the thing.
It's because he adapts to whatever's attacking him.
Yeah,
so
that's bizarre as shit. But
it's a weird movie. I'm not going to tell you it's not a weird movie. It's a weird ass movie, but it's good. A lot of the Toho movies were good.
Oi, oi, oi. So, if you've been living under a rock, the trailer for GTA 6 came out, and I think it legitimately broke people across the board. It had 100 million views in 24 hours. It was pretty, and yet people all over complaining about it based on the 90-second trailer. Now, there are some people who have been paying attention to certain red flags, like Sweet Baby Inc. being involved with Take-Two. That's a massive red flag. Something that Rockstar mentioned that, we're not going to punch down with our comedy anymore. Like, shut the fuck up. That's what Grand Theft Auto is. It's punching down, punching up, punching back. It's what it's always been. It's where the fans love the stories and everything. That's a massive red flag. Another thing is that the people originally involved in GTA 4, 5, like the writer, the developers, all that stuff, the people, they're no longer with Rockstar. So that's another red flag. If you want to bring those up in your argument as to why this game could likely be hot garbage, woke, like, I guess, ideological modern day nonsense, I'll be there with you. Now, if your opinion of what this game is going to be is based solely on a 90-second trailer, I'm going to argue with you, because the trailer is there to get people talking. It's to show off stuff. And it's a female lead. It's going to be woke. Shut up. Just no. It's going to be trash. No, that's not a reason it's going to be garbage. Well, she's the one that first goes in. No. There are many other reasons, legitimate red flags that I've seen that make people like, I'll wait till it comes out. I'm not pre-ordering this. I'm going to wait for somebody else to play it, and I will. And if other people play it and they say, no, the story's pretty good, I'm picking it up. But if it's like Forspoken or what is that game that they just did the remake of? Saints Row. If it is anything like that, I'm out. So yeah, this is, people are talking about somebody, I think, who the fuck said it? That's like, well, this could cancel Rockstar depending on what side of the aisle. Everybody's trying to cancel Rockstar games. It's like, the only thing that's going to stop GTA 6 from being successful is Rockstar games, period. If the story is shit, if it's full of checkbox ideological nonsense, and if they focus too hard or if they focus only on making fun of one side of the aisle, I think
Which
they're
they
going to
probably
lose.
will. I feel like they might.
It's a concern, but again, I'll wait. I'll wait till it comes out. Wait till there's more leaks or anything like that. Laura Croft and Princess. Okay, really depends on they do female characters. Laura Croft, yes. Mary Sue's like Ray, yes. Absolutely, 100% agree. I mean, regardless of male or female protagonist, what their gender, their sexuality, whatever, what like the superficial shit doesn't matter. What is the character going to be like? What is their dialogue going to be like? What's the dialogue in the entire game going to be like? What are the missions going to be? What's the story? What's the setting? What's the gameplay loop going to be like? This is the stuff that I care about. Okay. Which is why I keep going back to fucking Cyberpunk. You know, mostly to go on dates with Judy, but especially after the patch yesterday. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Waiting for her to come up behind me and slap me on my ass while I'm looking in the mirror. God damn it. Where was I?
You would.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what she does now. She'll come over to your apartment, like your romantic, your romance in Cyberpunk now. You do more stuff with them. Like you can invite them over, go on a date, hang out, sleep in the bed. I haven't seen anything where you have sex again, which is kind of disappointing. But you get to shower with them. Judy's got a nice tattoo on her titty. It's a spider web over her nipple. Anyway, Judy's my girl. I don't care. Back to what was I talking about? I just fucking sidetracked myself talking about Cyberpunk. Well, the difference, the good story, the good setting, Cyberpunk Night City is a character in the game. For GTA, if Vice City is a character in and of itself in this game, it can help it be successful. If the story is interesting, it can be successful. It all depends on how they handle it. You know, it's a matter of whether or not they're poorly written or not. But anytime this little thing from Newsmax is same shit, different day, because we all know what happens when a video game comes out that's extremely popular and extremely violent. And this is 5 minutes of my life I could not get back, so I'm going to steal it from y'all. Let's enjoy.
Oh, no.
Far and away the hottest selling video game in history of, I don't know, ever. Grand Theft Auto 5, now 10 years later, has over 185 million games in circulation with more.
Which is kind of ridiculous because the game just keeps selling and selling and selling and selling and selling. And
they keep re-releasing it for newer systems.
But even still, like it's like,
well, people want better graphics.
Graphics are okay. Have been okay since I started playing it, but yeah.
More than $8
there's been
billion
a massive jump between PS3 and PS5.
$8 billion in revenue since it came out. Jesus Christ.
Well, Grand Theft Auto 6 is set to debut a little over a year out, and they're already anticipating a $3.5 billion opening sale. Now, aside from the fact that I think video games melt your brain and they're stupid.
So right off the bat, this ignorant little tit doesn't understand culture whatsoever. And this is the problem. This is the problem that I will agree with when it comes to people who can't stand conservative ideas and ideals. You fucking conservative politicians seem to think that video games are useless. They rot your brain. It's like, fuck off, man. I just not understanding the culture that you're trying to be part of, the culture that you're trying to pull in to get on your side. And the first thing you do is insult their pastime, insult their entertainment, denigrate the things that they enjoy in their free time. Who thinks that's a good idea? But wait, this little clip gets worse.
What does this say about us as a society? That the #1 selling video game is titled after a felony, Grand Theft Auto, centers around violence against women, picking up.
It's violence against anybody. Literally.
centers around violence against women. That is a provenly, factually incorrect statement. I thought Newsmax was supposed to be better than the moronic mainstream. Weren't they supposed to be better? More like do better with their fact checking? Isn't that how they were advertised? Am I wrong?
They gotta do better, Senator.
Somebody who gives a shit about this nonsense about lamestream media and news outlets, a bunch of fucking liars, every goddamn one of them. Oh, fucking anyway. Oh, centers around violence against women. Fuck off. So maybe if they were all aliens, they would be okay. That kind of violence is okay. Dumbass.
Up hookers, beating up random bystanders.
Okay, so really can't argue against that. You do beat up random bystanders. You do pick up hookers, and yeah. You're also talking about a video game where you can pick up a hooker, have sex with her, then run her over and take her money. So, I mean, can't really argue about that. But the game doesn't center around violence against women; it just centers around violence against everybody.
Violence against everybody. Yeah,
everybody. Yeah. This ignorant
and shooting at cops. The irony is that
because you're a crime boss, you dumb fuck. That's the game. There are games that put you in military situations. There are games that put you as the good guy that are massively popular. But no, Grand Theft Auto, who fucking who? Violence. No.
As a society, we're being neutered already and taught that words are.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot that he said this shit. Oh.
Violence, and if you call somebody the wrong pronoun, you can cause PTSD. There's an entire political party that wants to criminalize hate speech, yet not a word about our kids learning to be violent felons on a video game.
If you are a parent and you're allowing your 10-year-old to play Grand Theft Auto, you're the problem, not the video game. Okay? I'm going to say it. The Grand Theft Auto series is rated M for mature, 17 plus. You have to be an adult. So, if your child is playing this video game, that means you bought it for him. That's your fault, not the video games. That's your fault as a parent. Okay?
I mean, to be fair, my parents did not care about with a game. Well, they did for like when I was little, but once I got to like, I don't know, like 11, 12, they stopped caring. I was playing them games.
But here's the thing. I still stand by my statement. Regardless of if the parent feels that their child is mature enough, regardless of whatever age, the onus is on the parent, not the developer, not the video game. Just like it's not the fault of the TV show or the movie or the cartoon or the anime or the comic book or the magazine. Okay? It's on the person, the parent, the adult, the parent that does not know what their kid's doing. And I'm not saying every parent has to be a overbearing, strict helicopter parent. No, just be aware. Just be aware. Teach your kids the difference. And oh God, and he's got two so-called professionals.
I played Grand Theft Auto, and I'm not, ever since I was little, I didn't go around killing people and blowing shit up and shooting cops and all that.
I've been playing video games since I was 8. Yeah. Oh, I thought GTA was boring as fuck. When playing it as a kid, until I found out it was matured, and my parents confiscated the game from me when I was 10. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, practice actual parenting. Yes, I do actually. I practice actual parenting. And well, I don't know if I should say this. My kids watch shit that has cursing in it, and I make sure they understand that if it gets too blatant, too gratuitous, then I go, no, watch something else. That's nonsense. But if it's like Markiplier going, oh shit, fuck, when he gets a jump scare or anything, it's like, I can tolerate that.
He's also
But if
hamming
it's-
it up for the
I've,
camera.
I've responded like that when I'm sitting there playing a video game and I get frustrated or I get a jump scare on me, and when that happens to me. But the thing is, you teach. I try my best not to, and I do my best to refrain from the language. But here's spoiler: my daughter, my executive producer, hears far worse shit than that at school from the other kids. I promise you that. Hopefully not mini-me, but that's a bit young. Duke Nukem. Yeah, Duke Nukem was fantastic. Duke Nukem. Now if they bring back Duke Nukem with the
They
pigs and the
tried.
strippers.
They failed.
Well, yeah, but I mean, okay, bring back a good Duke Nukem. Oh yeah.
People were saying that they hated it because it was like sexist or whatever. I don't fucking know. There's people. I just know that they tried to bring it back and it failed. Like it was not selling, and people just absolutely fucking dogged and hated on it so hard.
Clinical psychologist Dr. Jeffrey Gardner and board certified clinical psychologist Dr. Jeffrey Gardner and primary care doctor at Massachusetts General Hospital, Dr. Peter Grinspoon. Look, Dr. Grinspoon, what do you make of this, and what is this doing to our kids?
Well, what do I make of it? The same things that make it sort of inappropriate for the kids.
That's why it's rated M for mature, you twit. Of course it's inappropriate for kids. Everyone knows that. Like, this is supposed to come as a shock. Grand Theft Auto is inappropriate for children. That's why we have the ESRB. That's why we have ratings on video games. That's why we have ratings on movies and on music, because some of it is inappropriate for children. And again, I go back to that falls on the parent. Start taking responsibility. I take responsibility for my kids and what they are exposed to. 100%. Take responsibility for what your kids are exposed to. Stop blaming the media. Okay?
That's never going to happen. And you know it.
Oh, no, Sanguine, I do care about the ratings. If it's rated M for mature, I'm more inclined to buy it because I want to see what it is. Unfortunately, well, yeah. Grinspoon. Oh, there's so many there's so many funny names out there. Dr. Peter Grinspoon, primary care doctor.
The sexuality, the violence, sometimes there are even drugs in these games, are what make it so popular.
Sometimes? You mean every time?
It's what makes it so popular with the kids. Again, parenting.
It's sort of like forbidden fruit. And I worry mostly about the violence and about how kids can get really desensitized to violence. I also worry about these games.
No, we get desensitized to violence.
Hold on. Let him finish. Let this dumb fuck finish. You've got to let this fucking idiot finish.
How kids can get really desensitized to violence. I also worry about these games are so engaging and compelling. I worry about the addictiveness. There are other.
The addictiveness. How to approach this? Addiction comes in many forms. Everybody knows this, whether it's when you hear about addiction, most people think drug addiction, but it's like, no, I'm sorry. You can become addicted to anything and everything, whether food, social media, interaction. A lot of these people are addicted to the likes on Twitter. They get attention, which is why they wake up every day and look for something to be offended by, because they get that little dopamine hit, the dopamine rush. Video games are an escape for a lot of people to get away from, just to take a break from reality or to run away from reality for whatever reason. And yes, you can absolutely become addicted to video games. Believe me.
Well, I mean, it's one of the hell. I'll just say, I mean, I'd rather be addicted to video games than drugs, honestly.
Well, of course you would, but the idea that someone with issues in real life can become so addicted to video games that their health suffers. Now, that is definitely a thing. It can happen.
Watch South Park. You'll find out.
Oh no. I've heard lots of things, but it's a very small.
I was making fun of the World of Warcraft episode.
Oh God, yeah, that popped into my head. The only violent urges I generally have was when I was playing Mega Man, the original Mega Man games, and I broke multiple controllers because I kept dying on a fucking beginning of a level. Ark, your place is haunted. So
Injuries you can get, like thumb injuries, carpal tunnel.
Oh no!
I laughed at this one. Thumb injuries or carpal tunnel. You can get carpal tunnel from the repetitive use. It's a repetitive overuse of any one of your muscles or tendons or anything like that. I believe carpal tunnel is muscles or tendons. Like, yes, yeah, that can happen. Okay. But that's not actually what any of these people are talking about. So he's bringing up legitimate concerns, and there's exercises you can do and everything. Someone who works in an office with an office job can get carpal tunnel from typing too much. Should you ban them from the office job? Don't let adults work in an office job. They can get carpal tunnel. They can hurt their thumbs. Like, what the hell? You can apply these particular arguments. You can apply them to just about all walks of life, all pieces of entertainment, or just so many different things. But that's not, promotes violence through glorified deviance to kids. No. Jesus, God, fuck off. This is not being promoted to children.
Tunnel syndrome, tennis elbow. There are a lot of
tennis elbow. Do you know why it's called tennis elbow, you ignorant fuck? It's from tennis.
So, insomnia, obesity. There are a lot of health problems with video games, but this video game in particular, I agree, is very violent and very sort of sexualized. And what happens is the older kids play it because there's an age restriction, but then the younger kids sort of tag along and watch it and get really exposed to it. And I don't think it's very healthy at all.
Oh, Dr.
Oh no. Again, sorry. Falls on the parent. Violent urges when playing Gears of War. Yeah, because I kept dying. I kept dying over and over again. I was getting frustrated because I couldn't kill the fucking boss. I got violent urges. I got so many violent urges playing playing Elden Ring and Armored Core. Didn't throw the controllers then because controllers are $75 fucking now, and I ain't got that kind of money. And the last time I got
to fix it,
and the last time I got pissed off and frustrated, I tossed my remote control onto the table and it bounced and hit my fucking TV. That was an expensive lesson. Okay? That was a very expensive lesson. Needless to say, when I get those urges, I go, and I set the controller down and I walk the fuck away. So yeah, that's the closest thing to violent urges. I want to throw shit. And I don't. It only took me 40 years, but I've grown out of those violent urges with video games.
Have you?
Yes, because controllers and flat screen TVs are expensive. I don't want to have to replace any of that shit. Oh God. But this other doctor, he goes down the tried and true NPC script. No matter how many times these notions are debunked by one study after another, after another, after another, it is the same fucking talking point for these conservative politicians, conservative fucking pundits, and it just, God almighty, it's make-believe, okay? If you're concerned, just like Bugs Bunny, just like Tom and Jerry, just like the cartoons I grew up on, they were violent as shit. You didn't see me going out sitting on a fucking rocket and lighting it to think that I could rocket across a fucking valley? Chasm, whatever, the Grand fucking Canyon. I didn't do that kind of shit. Why? Because I knew it wasn't real. I had a grasp of reality. Why? Because my daddy taught me so. God damn.
Yes, well, not everybody's daddies taught them so.
This idea that fucking make-believe fiction video games, that's like if this argument that violent video games cause violence in kids. Okay, what about cartoons? What about movies? What about the fucking mainstream? What about primetime news, okay? Because that shows off just as much violence, especially with a couple of conflicts that are going on right now. All you got to do is turn on the fucking news and you get worse shit than a video game. So please forgive me if, like, oh, dear PMRC, go fuck yourself. To quote Elon Musk, go fuck yourself. Didn't hear me? Go fuck yourself. You're full of shit. Stop pushing a bullshit narrative that's provenly false.
Gardier, Elon Musk responded.
They didn't show the beautiful bikini boobies. This guy on the left, this smug fuck right here. This, like, if there's ever anything that gets me so infuriated, it's this bullshit narrative that they try to push. And right now it's conservative politicians that are doing it. Okay, years ago the PMRC, I believe it was started by the Democratic Party with Tipper Gore, that ignorant fucking cunt. Okay, Parents Music Resource Center. If you don't know who they are, they're the ones responsible for the ratings on music and shit. They tried to shut down the fucking 2 Live Crew, tried to shut down Dead Kennedys, all these different bands because they said fuck in their music. Heavy metal was bad because it worshipped Satan. So both parties do it. They're both fucking idiots.
Yeah.
I hate them all. God damn it. Okay.
We couldn't tell.
This it's the truly stupid shit that just gets me.
Responded to an ex-employee's post, not former post. Elon Musk responded to an ex-employee's post, not former, an ex-employee that had played Grand Theft Auto, saying, "quote."
Okay, Elon Musk posted this. Tried but didn't like doing crime. GTA 5 required shooting police officers in the opening scene. Just couldn't do it. Okay. Is this supposed to be some sort of smoking gun? Okay, Elon Musk doesn't like crime-themed video games. Cool. Not every video game is going to be for you, but let's see how they think this is a smoking gun.
Tried it, didn't like doing the crime. GTA 5 required shooting police officers in the opening scene. Just couldn't do it.
Oh,
at least some kids.
He's going to politicize this. Of course he is. It's a news.
Are coming around, right?
Yeah, and you know what this all comes down to, the good doctor is right. I mean, there are so many concerns about, if all you do, if your diet is all about video games, violent video games, these are things over time that keeps you from interacting with people.
People suck. I don't want to interact with them. Okay, not y'all. Y'all don't suck. Y'all. Okay, I don't consider y'all people. Y'all are cool. People outside my front door, they suck. And the less interacting I have to do with them, the better I am.
He's talking about the general population.
Oh, wait. Thank you, Steve. He sounds like the way I imagine a human turtle would talk. And yes, Frostfang says, I agree with Elon on a certain level. Yes, so do I. Not like everyone has their own style of video games that they like to play. I don't like killing people randomly like certain people. Some reason I don't like being the bad guy often. I'm the same way. Even
I
in
love
Cyberpunk,
being the bad guy. It's my favorite
I've tried going on killing sprees every once in a while, like trying to get my star rating up to see if I can get maxed, especially after the new patch in Cyberpunk, to see if Max Tech shows up. Yeah, I got them to show up once and got bent over hard.
It's called Get Good, Scrub.
No, fuck you. Oh my god. Max Tech ain't no fuck. No, that ain't no shit. And I had it on regular. But trying to cancel. I don't think he's trying to cancel the game. He's just saying the game's not for him. That's it. And it's like, he's not going out there with the ban GTA 6 hashtag like some of these other fucking mental midgets. Oh god.
I really don't think he cares.
No. Well,
he's got too much other shit to worry about. Like he's literally got a company to run. I don't think he gives a flying fuck about GTA 6. If anything, he might make some money from it because he put his Tesla in the game.
Oh, he did?
I said he could.
I mean, he probably would. I mean, why the fuck not?
If you think electric cars are going to be a talking point in GTA 6, I don't know what to tell you.
I do. Well, we're going to talk about that. Let's. I want to see what this. What the human turtle says.
Perhaps in more appropriate ways about, if all you do, if your diet is all about video games, violent video games, these are things over time that keeps you from interacting with people, perhaps in more appropriate ways. And so, if nothing else, there are health issues because you're not going out, you're not playing, you're not being physical in a way that's appropriate with regard to exercise. But
I get enough
the other
exercise
thing
in
is,
my
I know
job,
a lot of people feel that
Yeah.
these video games may cause, violent behavior.
And that's where the NPC takes over. Video games causing violent behavior.
These video games may cause, violent behaviors. Right now, the studies are really mixed.
No, they're not. They're not mixed. The studies are quite clear that they can find no correlation between violence in video games and violence in the real world. It has been one study after another, after another, after another, over decades and decades and decades, especially after the unfortunate Columbine incident when they mentioned GTA. There have been studies over and over, and none of them can find the correlation. None. Not one. Because if there was one, it would be cited by every single one of these scumbags over and over and over again. If there was even the smallest ounce of proof, that's all you would hear about, because they were going, look, I was right. Pat me on the back, motherfuckers. Because they would use it as a platform. They would use it to get themselves elected by all these fucking narcissistic twits out there that think violence in video games, video game violence is bad for kids and blah, blah, blah. No, there are actually more studies out there that show that video games promote brain activity more than anything else. That video games are helpful for hand-eye coordination, deductive reasoning, problem solving. So if anything, video games are proven to be more beneficial than anything these two ignorant little fucking nitwits would try to say. And that is what just drives me up the wall.
Grind your gears. Did I break you?
So fucking tired. It just... I'm all right. Fuck Andrew. Okay, anyway. I'm so tired of seeing freaking... Okay, let's go. Let's finish this.
Now the studies are really mixed.
Fuck you.
There. We really don't know what it is doing.
Yes, we do.
Studies are
Can't be
showing
good.
is that it can, but what the studies are saying is that they can cause aggression and certain.
No, they're not. What's your source? What is your source? They can cause aggression. Where is your proof? You don't have it because it doesn't exist.
Aggression is different from violence. But I think the key thing here, and I think the good doctor might agree with me, is if you have someone who has a severe psychological issue or is in a violent home and all they're getting is...
Then you don't blame the video games.
Is more reinforcement for violence, then this certainly can hurt someone, because there are kids who do play it and they don't get in trouble, they don't get violent. So, but you have to be careful, who is actually absorbing these particular...
Oh, you mean like parental involvement in what your children are doing? Just know what your children are doing. That's it, And sure, don't be an overbearing prick, because then they're going to go out of their way to hide it from you.
Dr. Grinspoon, I got less than 30 seconds left. If we're in a society that is blaming everything on everything, how could this not be a factor?
The only part of society that's blaming everything on everyone else is the society that doesn't want to take accountability for their own actions and own up to their own mistakes. And that is a societal problem, not a fucking video game problem. Stop using video games as a fucking scapegoat.
Well, they can't. That's their only go-to.
Because heaven forbid a human should take responsibility for their own fucking action. It has to be, you're 40 fucking years old. It's not your parents' fault anymore. It's not your dad's fault. It's not your mom's fault. It's not a video game's fault. It is your fault, because you are an adult. And at some point, you have to take accountability. You got to look at yourself in the fucking mirror. Believe me, I did this, folks, okay? I had to do this myself. I had to look inside and realize, like, oh shit, I'm where I am because of me, not because of anyone else. The more people that could probably do that, we might be in a better state as a society, but nobody wants to do that. That is the problem. You're pointing the finger at everyone else. And now, of course, a violent video game comes out. So why do I always have to look at the chat the wrong time? You bring up Anita fucking Sarkeesian. God, everything is racist. Everything is sexist. We got to point it out to you. God, feminist frequency failed for a reason. Everyone has to take accountability and responsibility for themselves, for their own actions. Ultimately, sooner or later, there are aspects of yourself that are because of some things are nature, some things are nurture. Most of it is nurture, how you were raised. But at some point, you are responsible for yourself. Okay. I'm not saying that it's always your fault. The things you do, the mistakes that are made, the trials and tribulations that you go through in life. I'm not saying it's all. But what I'm saying is at some point, you have to take responsibility for your role in your life. You know, if you're in a shit situation, get out of it. Do your best. I understand it's not easy for everybody. A lot of it is easier said than done. I do understand that as well. But when all you're doing is blaming other people, pointing the finger at your job or at a video game or at a movie or at this or at that or at whatever, sooner or later, you know, there will come a time. I guess I can only speak from my own personal experience.
So are you expecting people to be held accountable for their own actions?
At some point, you really do. At some point, you have to hold yourself accountable. Sooner or later, you have to hold yourself accountable.
But see, that's what we require what you call intelligence for people to do that.
You can be intelligent and still try to pass the buck on everybody else. But let's finish this douchebag up.
Well, it is a factor, but
I hate this motherfucker. God, I forgot his voice is worse. His voice is worse.
It's just important to educate people and to hopefully get these kids to play in moderation. You know, I don't love Grand Theft Auto for the reasons we've discussed, but it's a difference if you play a video game for an hour, then you go outside and play with your friends, or if you play video games for 8 hours a day. So I think.
So he's actually smarter than the other guy because he actually said moderation. And yes, just like anything and everything else, moderation. Moderation's a good thing. Play for a little while, interact with people occasionally. I recommend against that. People they're outside and stuff.
It's very important we keep a limit to the screen time.
Yeah, well, there you have it, Doctor.
Sometimes,
Doctor.
Doctor. Oh my God! Sorry for that rant. I'm just. Oh God. Oh. Anyway, how's everybody doing?
Laughing at the rant.
Oh God. Oh man. What's everybody talking about? Let's see. Okay. Don't need to see your real face. Just better off a talking TV head who bitches a lot. You have a similar humor as Deadpool. Thank you. I'll consider that a compliment. Some game journals begin to come out now. Some game journals will begin to come after this game. They're already starting. Go look at the Mary Sue. I don't recommend it. Will Rockstar bend over for them? I hope not. The game should already be done. With it coming out in a year and a half, they should just be putting the finishing touches on it. So whatever story's there, whatever characters there, that should all be done. So I don't see them bending the knee. Whatever's in the game is in the game. What do you think, Jason?
What I think about this GTA 6?
So with like if the journals come out and start attacking Rockstar for the misogynistic and their displays of women and the big titties and the booty and the nudity and all this other stuff, do you think that they could bend the knee, or do you think that it's already in the game? The game is done. The story's done. The jokes are done.
This is GTA. What the fuck do you expect?
I don't know anymore. I don't know if you were listening earlier, but the red flags that I see, and I agree with these red flags. The main
There are
guys are
red
not
flags, yeah.
involved. The ones that did
Yeah,
GTA
there are
4 and
red
5,
flags, and
they're not involved anymore.
I've already said my pieces
Yeah.
on Discord how I feel about it, and I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be shit. But
I hope it's
again,
not. I pray. I really hope you're wrong.
it's
I
like
do.
I hope for the people who likes GTA that
Yeah.
it's good. It's just yes, GTA is not my thing. And never have been. I always thought most of those games are overhyped and retarded. Never.
I just
that's
think it's
always
fun to fuck around with it every now and then. That's really.
I only liked. Okay, I will say this: the only thing I've liked with GTA is GTA Online. That's the only thing that I did enjoy, just to play
until
with
it became
friends.
until it became pay to win.
The thing is that I don't play that kind of way. I normally played in a Norwegian division where everyone there we are doing role playing, and it's like
Okay.
a lot of people are streaming, and it's only players who are allowed to be in there who is part of the teams of the server stuff. You have to send in you have to talk with people there. They have to figure out who you are. You have to get to know them, and you have to like go through a full list. So I used to do that, and I will just say one thing: the people I played with these servers, they are doing better than GTI 6. I promise you that
Yeah.
they do, because what they did, not even Americans or other countries have done what the Norwegians did right there. The people who run this spent basically all their fucking money and did everything to make this into a totally different new world. And it was incredible what they did. And that
Wow.
actually looked like a real GTI 6 if you think about it. And I've had a lot of great time on those servers before I stopped playing because I got bored of it. But that's the only fun part that I've had with GTA. It's like, yes, I did enjoy the Nico story, from Liberty City. I enjoyed that story because I think that is the best written GTA story ever created in GTA. But it's not like I'm gonna play those games a lot. It's not my super cup of tea. I'm more of a Saints Row guy. I was always, the old Saints Row.
I was about to say, weren't you excited for that remake? That reboot?
Oh no, I knew that was gonna be trash from the get-go when I saw it, and now they fucked up. Now they fucked up. So
I'm hoping the red flags are more of a red herring.
I really hope that for people out there, because
Yeah.
I know how many people who loves this, and I really hope for everyone who loves GTA, I hope that you will have a satisfied. Even though I have a feeling it's gonna be a Spider-Man all over, or Panderman, as Cash likes to call it.
Yeah.
Because me and him, we had a long talk, and he went detailed on like a lot of stuff. It's like with the character in the teaser, and like how they did the whole teaser, and what they've been talking about the game. And at the same time,
You talking about Spider-Man or GTA?
GTA.
Oh yeah. Last year, I think I got it. I'll show it. I'll show this. Boom. Hold on. Boom, boom,
And
boom,
I
boom,
was
boom.
actually listening to some streamers that Cash showed me, and this is actually a black guy and his woman.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I agree with his take on it. The whole
The one I sent you.
I listened to it a
Yeah,
little bit, and it's like, oh, their
That
titties aren't big enough. It's like, okay, let's wait for the rest of the game to come out.
That
Yeah,
statement
but I
right
agree.
there
It's
already.
like I don't agree with everything he has to say, but I agree with a lot of stuff he also said with
I
certain stuff.
yeah, I understand where he's coming from, and this came from, again, via Bloomberg. This was last year in July.
Yes.
Now this right here is a massive red flag.
It is.
Taking care to not punch down with jokes. And I want to say I think I made a video on this talking about this. If they don't punch down, GTA was all about punching up, punching down, punching out, punching back. They made fun of everybody. And if they
It's
get
no
away,
safe space. It's
there's
not a
no
safe
safe
space
space.
game.
It was it was not a PC. It was not politically correct. If they stay not politically correct with their jokes, it'll be successful. They'll keep their core audience, their fans, the fan base. If they go a more PC safe route, I think they're going to suffer for it. But
they're definitely going to suffer for it. There's no question about that.
Oh, but the thing is, if the gameplay
But
is
but the
fun,
question is,
if the online
yeah, that's what I was gonna get
gameplay
to.
and
How is the
loop,
online gonna be?
yeah.
How is the
Now
online gonna
that
be?
that might
Will
be a deal breaker or a deal maker. You know,
Like if they make a real good, online, people will be like
Mhm.
super fucking excited. Or
They
if
just
it's
won't
really
play. Yeah,
if it's
they won't play the
shit,
story, and they'll just play online like they're
yes,
doing with
because
GTA fucking 5 with
yeah,
Rockstar making $1 billion a goddamn year on shark cards. Like Jesus
yeah,
Christ, you know.
no, I agree.
But yeah, no, this is a massive red flag, and
But I just hope for
so
everybody out there who likes it that it will go well.
no.
But I just have a bad feeling. I
Oh, we
don't
got
trust games. I don't trust games anymore. I don't trust game companies
yeah,
anymore.
and
It is just a track record.
yeah, I
And
totally agree.
I know a lot of people. Yeah, I know that the woman is not trans, but I always like to make fun of it. So
Yeah, making the joke and everything.
yeah, I'm just making the joke because I think she looks ugly. I don't like the way she looks, but it's just my how
I
I
want
look
to
at
I
stuff.
want to
But
see more footage of her before I pass judgment. So I mean, she's
yeah,
not the greatest. Like
I'm
when she's
just talking
coming out of
about the
prison.
teaser. I'm just
Well,
talking
no,
about the
just
teaser
like
itself.
the scene that everybody's showcasing is when she's coming out of prison. It's like you this isn't this like
Yeah.
women don't look good coming out of prison.
Yeah, no, I totally
Okay,
get people
I
there,
want
and
to.
it's just like I'm just mocking fun of the
Oh
teaser
yeah,
itself. It's like if I get when I get to see more of it, that will of course
we
maybe it
got
will be a bit different,
I
but
have got to see more, and I'm probably not going to pass final judgment until the game comes out. I'm not
yeah,
pre-order. I am interested in playing this game because I'm interested in playing a Grand Theft Auto game. I have Grand Theft Auto 5 on PlayStation. I just
yeah.
don't play it. No,
I'm
I
I'm
started
just gonna
playing the
listen to
beginning of it, and
people.
then they came on screen and went, "Oh, I can't play this with the kids are awake." All right, cool.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Oh,
just gonna
nope.
I'm just gonna watch people play it and all that
Oh
kind of
yeah,
stuff because I know I'm not gonna buy it. It's not my thing, so I'm not gonna buy it. I
I
have
gotta see. I
I
gotta
have
see what
G
the story is and how
yeah.
it's handled. Like,
It's like, yes,
is
I
it
do
going
have
to
GTA
be?
5 and
Mhm.
I do have GTA Liberty City episodes. And the only reason I bought that was because it was on sale. And
Oh Jesus!
the three games was on sale in a pack. And I was just
Hell,
like, I used to play that when I was younger. So I want to play them again just to see how they are. But it's like normally not my thing. But it's
is
always
that
some fun to go
Amaranth?
back.
Sorry.
Honestly, a lot of games nowadays, like if they're forcing you to play a character, unless it's a game I grew up with, like God of War, for example, typically I kind of steer clear of those types of games. I've been leaning a lot
What I
more
really hope
towards.
with this game, because this is like a Bonnie and Clyde game, right?
Yes, that's the story. That's the
And I really hope for people out there that you can play both characters and not just Lucia. Because that's the one thing people loved with 5, that you could play 3 different characters and 3, and kind of if you could like you can choose.
I played the fuck out of Trevor. I liked him the most.
Yeah, but I think
if
that would
they
have been great
do,
for all players. If you can play both characters, I think that could be a win for a lot of players because then you can like, oh, I want to play mostly this character through the
yeah.
game, and they can
Well,
do that. And if they want to play the woman, they can do that most of the game. I think that is the best choice for when you have a game like this with 2 characters. I think this is the best way to do it.
yeah.
It's like one thing I do like with Devil May Cry 5 is that in the game you can choose in certain scenes and stuff. You can in certain parts of the game you can choose if you want to play as V or Dante or Nero in the story,
I was
and it's
typically
still
after New Game Plus though. You had to play the characters of that chapter.
yeah. But not
Yeah,
I like
more than likely, if it's like GTA 5, you're going to
mm,
play the character based on the story, the part of the story that you're on.
yeah.
But you can create in the online world, in the open world, when in online play, you create your character, right? You're not
Yes.
restricted to it. So yeah, if they do that, it'll be no different than GTA 5. And it's not about I don't think it's about the character, who you have to play, who you can't play at different times. It's going to be about the dialogue. It's going to be about the story itself, the character progression and stuff like that. And I kind of look at it, and as comparisons, like what end of, like the video game spectrum as far as open world games like this, is it going to be closer to Cyberpunk 2077, or is it going to be closer to that other game that I keep forgetting about?
Saints Row? Oh.
Saints Row, yeah. Saints Row and Forspoken, or Cyberpunk, and The Witcher?
Mm.
Which one? Which end of that spectrum is it going to be closer to? If it's closer to Forspoken and Saints Row reboot, I'm out. I don't care. I'm done. I'm not even going to bother with the online.
It's gonna
play.
hurt them. If it does, it's
Yeah.
gonna hurt
It-
the GTA franchise so fucking much, and that's a problem. But of course, there will be people out there who are gonna be like, even if the game is super woke and bad, there's still people who are gonna be like, "Oh, this is the best game ever. We're gonna still play." Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
that's
fuck
what
the
we
haters.
call
they're
those the shills.
Yes, they're the shill people, and it's just like they're just gonna trash us if we just say something against it. It's just like we've done with Spider-Man. The Spider-Man game is just like, oh, you're a racist, you're this, you're that. You're like, fuck off, man. Just fuck off, you fucking retard.
One of the video game comparisons that I wanted to bring up, like this trailer reveal, and people passing judgment on the trailer, not on the rest of the news that we're aware of surrounding Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive. And
yeah, that is the most annoying part of the fucking GTA fandom that I've seen.
Just talking about the trailer and saying,
and
"Oh,
a lot
the
of people,
woman
this is
wasn't
gonna be the best
drop dead."
game ever. This looks so fantastic. No, there's a lot of people who are like that. Who are just fucking
yes, there are
praising
people
it.
that are like that. But
I'm
also,
just like, that gameplay's not even out. Nothing is out.
Yeah.
This is just a fucking teaser trailer thing. Just shut the fuck up and wait. You can't say this is gonna be the best game ever. Come on, shut the fuck up.
But they're calling it woke because of the beach scene, and the black chick front and center was kind of thicker than most. She wasn't drop dead sexy and everything. And I'm just like, okay, we can't pass judgment based on a 90-second trailer. And even with the extra stuff, I like to use Cyberpunk and Hogwarts Legacy as examples. And also when it comes to trying to boycott games, it's like, well, first of all, you're not going to be able to ban GTA 6. You're not going to be able to boycott GTA 6. That is a lost cause. It doesn't matter whether you try or not.
That's
game
dead
is going
by
to
the
sell.
get-go if you try
that,
it.
that game is going to sell like fucking gangbusters.
Yeah,
people were against.
It's gonna
people
make
were
money no matter
against-
what.
People were against
They're gonna make
Hogwarts
money
Legacy.
either way, yeah,
People were
no
against
matter what.
Hogwarts Legacy because of J.K. Rowling. Now, if you
But
remember,
the game went
Hogwarts,
the game that
I thought it was
sold as
fun.
fuck, and it's a
And,
good
yeah.
fucking game. I just want to say one
Now-
thing. That should have been up for the Game of the Year awards.
That wasn't happening. That got snubbed like hardcore.
I know,
By
I
Elden,
know.
by Elden Ring and God of War. I know you don't like
And
the
I
God
will-
of
that
War
was-
games.
that was last year.
I also
Elden Ring
said
and God
that
of War was
Lies
last
of
year.
P should have been up there. Lies of P should have been up there.
It had a few nominations, but the thing is, they put a trans character, the bartender, in Hogwarts Legacy, and of course,
Nobody
the first
cared.
thing that nobody cared. People made jokes about it and mocked it a little bit, but the reports came out that they were trying to say that, oh, you masculinized this character. They were accusing them of using a man to voice the character, and come to find out, it was actually a trans actress, a British trans actress, that voiced the character. And I laughed my ass off. Now, coming to Cyberpunk, the controversy surrounding Cyberpunk 2077 before that came out, it was coming from both sides of the aisle. It started with character creation, when instead of male and female, you had, that was like one of the beginnings of body type 1 and body type 2. People got their panties in a twist, even though, oh, wait, no. Add to the fact that you can make a man with a vagina or a chick with a penis. Boobies and a penis. You can make either one. Make whatever character you want, and you could give the body type 1 male, essentially, the female V's voice, and vice versa. You could do whatever you want to. And yet, the trans branch of the LGBT community lost their ever-loving minds because of a fucking poster in the game calling CD Projekt Red transphobes because of a poster, an advertisement in 2077 of an obvious female with a big fat fucking package used in advertising. Now, if you know anything about advertising, advertisers are going to use and abuse any and all demographics that they can to sell a product. So how do you go from being ridiculed from seemingly including trans characters, whatever you want, in character creations, and yet be a transphobe because of a poster? And then to top it all off, my favorite part of all was the game journalist that called the game creator racist because of the accents of the Voodoo Boys? I want you to think about that for a second. Do you know who created Cyberpunk?
Nope.
A man by the name of Mike Pondsmith. Mike Pondsmith, his voice. I don't care who you are. He has an amazing he's black. These ignorant motherfuckers are calling Mike Pondsmith, a black man, the creator of the Cyberpunk universe, racist because of the Voodoo Boys depiction. It's like, you're a fucking retarded. I just got a kick out of that shit. I don't know where I was going with this, comparing it to GTA.
I don't
just
know,
the discussions behind
I'll be
GTA
right back.
6.
I got a phone call. I don't know who it is.
Ring a ding ding.
Probably just a
Ring a ding ding.
Probably just a fucking spam call. I'll be right back.
But no, it is
man.
funny.
So-
It is funny how this people works. That's the thing. I also remember when the trans character came into the game, and all of his walkie-talkies came out and said, "Ha ha! Look at the players. Now they're gonna be now they're mad. You see the trans character in the character
in Hogwarts or in Cyberpunk?
Hogwarts."
In both, I mean, because in the weird thing is both of them,
Yeah,
Claire,
I don't know so much. I don't
in
know so much
Cyberpunk?
about. Yeah, I don't
in
know so much
Cyberpunk,
about
the
it.
character, she's the bartender of the afterlife. She's trans.
Yeah.
She's male to female trans, and you do a quest line with her. Her story is very interesting, and it takes you a while. It's not like in both games. The story of the trans characters.
But the most
they're
important
not-
part,
they're
does
not
she
in your face.
does she have a great ass?
I don't know.
Wrong number.
She's a mechanic.
Oh, okay.
No, Pan
I'm
Am
very
has a
sorry.
great. Pan Am and Judy have a smoking ass, and Songbird has a fantastic posterior as well, but she's mostly machine.
Yeah, but no, I just remember that with the Hogwarts because that was, more my type of game because, I was waiting
Yeah.
for this game for a long time for something
Oh,
like
yeah.
this. And I remember the Walkie Pokies came and tried to mock us that the game
Mhm.
had a trans character, and I was like, up in your face, look at that. You didn't want trans characters in there? Haha, you there's a trans there, haha. And we're just like, we
so?
don't care. We don't care.
Don't care.
The character didn't mention they were trans in that way. It was not forced upon your face. It wasn't
Yeah.
anything like
You
that.
had-
It was just
you
side
had to actually go
character.
through. You had to go through her story to
Yeah.
figure out.
Yeah, there was actually a story.
Yeah,
See, that's
an
actually a
actual
story.
story, just like
Look
just
at
like
that.
with Claire, an actual story for a character that made them interesting, that helped you relate to their character, the struggles that they went through, and it had nothing to do with anything superficial of how they were born and what they transitioned to or anything like that. You actually became interested in the character for the character, nothing else,
Yep.
because they
Exactly.
were well written, well acted, well voiced. Something that is sorely lacking in a lot of our entertainment.
Yep.
Ay, ay.
Yep.
And the Marvels has not broke $200 million.
No, it hasn't.
And it's not going to. That is,
It will not.
that's
it's
astounding. But
It's so bad.
um,
But yeah, I'm gonna rewatch Godzilla -1 next week.
nice.
And then Wookie he asked me if me and you, Kilty, could do a stream talking about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just let me, just give me a heads
Yeah.
up.
I mean,
Yeah, because he asked, and I was like, yeah, that'd be cool, man. And he has, some cool theories here and there from the movie that could have make sense, like what they have teased and showed in the movie and all that. So
In -1.
I think
And
the
-1.
resetting. I think the reset in the
wanna spoil
Toho
it.
universe.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil
I
it.
No,
don't. I
um,
didn't say a damn thing.
it's like
just,
I mean
know.
it like that. Like I normally on our streams I spoil a lot of stuff when we talk, but
Yeah,
in
we
the-
spoil shit movies.
But when it comes to like Godzilla, I'm like, no, I don't want to spoil this movie yet. When we
Because
are
we
going to
want-
do when we
we
are
want
doing a
people to go
stream
see
talking
it.
about yes, and
want
when we
people to
are
go
doing a
see
stream about it, that will be a
see it.
spoiler stream where we
Yeah,
talk about it.
That'll be a
and
whole
that's
different
gonna-
story.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
will
the
have the
ol-
spoiler in the
Mhm.
title, like this is with
We
spoilers.
are
so-
talking about all as. Oh, and yeah. Count me in on that. Count me in on that, because just like I said, when I first watched it, I was kind of like, I mean, it's all right. It's not the greatest movie. It's like people were talking about. It's like this is the best movie of the year, and I thought it's like, is it really? Is it really? And then last
I would
night
say
when
one
we were,
of them. One of
well,
them.
last night when we were talking, I'm sitting there going through. It's like, what movies came out this year? And I'm looking through all the movies, going,
And you barely remember any.
no. Was it better than Five Nights at Freddy's? No. Five Nights at Freddy's was good, but this one was this was definitely better. And it's like I'm getting to the point where it's like, no, I think Godzilla -1 really was the best movie of the year. Wow. I mean,
Yeah, but it's really good, and
it's
the
the more I
story
think about it,
and
the
everything.
more I think about it, the
So
more I
people,
think
if you
about it.
haven't
It's a
seen
really
out
good
there
movie.
yet, go and watch it. Go and watch it
Yes.
if you haven't seen it.
Go watch it while
And
you
come
can.
on.
It broke records.
It's not a spoiler for me to say I think that they're redoing the universe, as it felt
You
like
think
the
so?
very first Godzilla movie. If you ever go back and watch the original
Mm-hmm.
black and white Godzilla movie when they first made Godzilla, it felt very similar.
Huh. I'm fine with that. If
As
they want to,
my
reboot
theory
and
is that
everything.
resetting the Toho universe, that way they can come back in with better graphics, and then they can clean up some of the stories from because the older stories were like kind of patched together.
Yeah.
But they work because no one cared. Giant monsters fight giant monsters. That's what everybody loved about the Godzilla movies.
Yeah, but the great thing was the human story. The human story was amazing.
I know.
God.
They made you care for the
Okay.
characters.
Amazing. No. Yeah. Yes. Something we're sorely lacking. Again, I keep saying that. It makes you care about the characters. You can care about them. You can relate to them, even though they don't look like you. They don't even speak the same language as us, and yet you're able to relate to what they're going through.
But we have to remember and be nice and ask the pronouns.
No, we don't.
I just want to break Kilted here. But no, I'm gonna go and watch the older Godzilla stuff because I haven't watched any of them basically. So
you should watch. You don't have to watch them in order because there's really no realistic reason to watch them in order. But you should go watch Shin Godzilla as one of the weirder ones. That one's a good one. Godzilla 2000, Godzilla.
yeah, I'm just gonna
Final
watch everything.
Wars.
I'm just gonna start from the first movie that
My
came
sir,
out.
there is a lot of movies.
I
to go
know.
through.
I know. I'm used to anime and other stuff. I'm used to reading comics and Star Wars Expanded Universe. So I'm really fucking used to have a lot of stuff to do. I'm used to it. Nothing new. I'm so used to it.
All right.
But but the good thing is that then I have a lot of stuff to watch, and it's like then I have a lot of stuff to look forward to.
Tell you what, even if you want, you can. I'll probably get some for this, but you can watch the American Godzilla, the 2004 Godzilla movie. It wasn't as bad as people say it is, in my opinion.
Hold on. You talking about the lizard that had a bunch of eggs in Madison Square Garden?
Yeah.
The new Godzilla, the American. No, I don't. I've seen those.
Okay.
I've seen the
With
American
Matthew
version. I'm not.
the one with-
I'm skipping those. I don't want to watch American-ized versions of that universe. No.
Technically, this Godzilla, well, they call it Zilla now, is a part of the Toho universe because
they killed him. They killed him.
And also they made a comic where Godzilla fought that version of Godzilla in the comics.
Yeah, but I don't really care about watching American Godzillas either way. So it was enough for me with the last one. That was good enough for me. It's like whatever. I am more into the Japanese world and all that kind of stuff, dude. They make make stuff like this better, more fun, better stories, fun stories.
I like the movie. I'm not saying it was a great movie, but I grew up watching that movie and I was like, oh, this is cool. This is what got me into Godzilla because that was the first Godzilla movie I ever saw.
Yeah.
So
what the hell?
What you doing, Kilted?
I was about to start moving tickets around and finish up my nighttime work, and I saw there was an emergency that's not closed. But I had to read the notes anyway. I got sidetracked there for a second.
Yeah, that's nothing new, though.
Yeah, I know.
What more are you going to talk about?
It's getting close. It's time to start winding down, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, RC.
And I'm sorry that I came late, man. I've been drawing.
What you drawing? What you drawing?
Oh, that I can show you a bit backstage. I'm working on something, so
okay. A couple of minutes. Show me in Discord because I got to get some work done. I'm going to bed. So, what's everybody got going on this week?
Will it
I'm on
Hoshi
vacation.
start, I guess?
There you go.
There's my reminder. Okay. Do what?
I'm on vacation.
You're on vacation. I'm off Monday.
I'm off till Monday.
You're off till Monday. See, I didn't take a lot of days off at a time.
I had to.
I'm off. Well, I did too. I had 72. I had 73 hours to use it.
I had 140.
Oh God, I didn't have that many. But I'm off like the first half of Christmas week, so I'm gonna enjoy the hell out of that. But I'm off Monday. What do we got coming up? I'm off the 11th. I'm off the 18th and the 25th, 26th, and 27th. So those are my next days off. I'm gonna try to do something. Got all my Christmas shopping done. Got my Christmas shopping done. All of it, every last bit of it. That's never happened. Got it all done. So, anyway, I'm gonna try to do a video tomorrow. Let's see how that goes. Oh, speaking of which, are we still monetized?
I don't know. Maybe not. I did send it to you on Discord at least.
Still monetized. Hot dog. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it up there for a second.
Well,
anyway,
you guys gotta make sure you don't curse within the first 5 minutes or the first 1 minute or whatever.
With live streams, it's a little bit different because it also depends on what the algorithm picks up as you're running.
Yeah.
As
I still swear on our
I'm
streams.
running my mouth, so I might start monetizing the live stream. See how that goes.
I mean, why not?
Restrictions none. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
Money.
I was worried about the advertisements, because some of the other streams they would have they had monetization on, and people would start getting hit with ads, and it's like the last thing I would ever want is an ad while I'm watching a live stream because you're fucking interrupting the flow of the live stream.
You know what? I normally pay for I normally pay for YouTube sometimes, so I normally don't get ads.
Yeah. But the last thing I would want to subject anybody to is like I don't want anybody having to suffer through an ad while we're doing a live.
Yeah, like Twitch.
Yeah. I'm not. No, fuck that. But anyway.
Yeah, promoting, is Hashi done or what's going on?
Yeah, I'm done. I don't really have. I don't have anything else going on.
Y'all know what we're doing. We're hanging out. Every Wednesday night. I hang out with Jason. Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm one of these days I'm gonna work another live stream into my schedule on my channel. So once I figure that out, see what it is.
We have another show that we need to get on the ground at some point. Also Kilted with me and you and Cash.
With the comic books.
Yes.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, it's on the list. But no, thank you for letting me in, man. It's always fun being here. Anytime. And at least tomorrow we are not gonna have a normal Beyond stream. We are gonna start a little earlier. So Kilted, you just pop in whenever you can. Okay. Because tomorrow is the Game Awards. So we are gonna watch the Game Awards. Like
you're gonna watch them live?
We're gonna watch them live.
What time? What time?
It starts 1 p.m. 15 in Norwegian time, or AM. Sorry, not PM. AM.
So what is that in?
I have no clue what that is now. Your guys' time. So we're starting a couple of minutes before the stream starts. And
live stream 6:15 p.m. Really? That's not. The official Game Awards is supposed to be starting at 6:15 p.m. So shoot me a link. I might see what I can work out. Oh, yeah, 6:15. So yeah, 6:15 Central. Thank you, Steve. So
that's not different time zones. It's different time zones in Norway and down there. But no, so we're gonna start a little earlier, and I will shoot you the link. And I know sometimes they can be boring, but normally we have done this every time, most of the time, when we have remembered it and not forgotten it. But we normally have done this most of the time, so we're gonna do this year also. Unfortunately, some of our streams are the older streams we had with stuff like this is unfortunately gone. But we are gonna have a great time. We're gonna see what they have to show. We're gonna figure out. We're gonna see what game's gonna be the game of the year, and we're gonna have cash money there. We're gonna have most of the people who can join of the crew. I'm really excited for it. So it's gonna be a fun stream. A lot of talking, and just bullshitting. No
How's-
articles. It's gonna be a different.
Yeah, Hoshi, how are you able to join them during the day when you're working?
I was off today.
Oh,
Yeah, he was off today.
I'm on vacation. I just told you.
I'm on vacation.
Do you not listen? Like, do you just like say my
It's
name? And then
tilted.
just, like,
It's
drop-
tilted.
I thought
you-
your vacation was starting tomorrow. That's what I gathered.
No,
from
no. I've been off
Dude,
since
he is just
Friday,
happy he remembers the first thing he talks about.
You see, I can't really argue with you on that one.
You tell me that
because
so much.
it's. I mean, no lies detected, really. Why do you have so many alarms set? For reasons, okay, just reasons.
Sir, I've been off
I'm
since
gonna pop
Friday.
in. You, yeah,
But
that's-
other than
I
that,
can-
thank you for having me here. And again,
Take us
like
out.
always, like I always say, we on this panel, we love you all. We would not been here today if it wasn't for anyone out there. And like I always say, life's too short. Make the most of it. And we in this panel, we appreciate you. We love you. We would not been here today if it wasn't for any of you. You guys inspire us every single day to continue doing what we're doing. And just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And I know, Kilted, you love that I do this all the time. And that's totally okay. You're using me, but that's okay. But everybody out there, we will see you next time. We love you and have a great night. Have a great day wherever you are in the world when you're watching this. And we will see you next time, everybody. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.